Okay, just for 1 second I will revise it. That is, you have a database. Okay, so only database is there related to some information, you are keeping it. Okay, on top of that only some softwares you are running it. So these are the some softwares which will act on this database. Okay, so this software plus this database together will say as a our DBMS. This entire thing together we will call it as a, that is our DBMS. So this DBMS we have, on top of that we can write any application. Like for example in VTU they return for extracting the result, they return one application, that is nothing but one web page they given. In that user can enter that USN and he can see the result. So that's the entire thing together we say as a database system. Okay, so this forms database system. Okay, so in this diagram if you observed along with here database, one more thing is there, that is called as a metadata. Okay, metadata, or we can say as a catalog. So what is catalog? Can anyone say it? What is catalog? Quick response, anything. What is catalog? Especially girls. Okay, so whenever you will go to purchase something, saris or kurta, all those things, you will say as a show the catalog normally in shop. Yes, so some kind of book you will give it. Okay, there you will see the designs, colors, all those things. So depending on that you will yes, there's a complete list of items. Okay, there is nothing but how it is there. So what is the structure of your data? Okay, that overview is stored somewhere. Okay, so there's nothing but a catalog is nothing but here actually you have the data, this is the actual data. So and one more thing we're keeping as a catalog, or we can say as a metadata. There's nothing but in data related to data. Okay, there's nothing but this is the data. Okay, this is the data which is related to this actual data. Okay, so here in this data what all things will keep it is, so here we will keep the how many columns are there. Okay, what is that column structure is there. Okay, so any constraint is there on that column or not. So like that we'll keep it. So this database is nothing but we'll keep in the form of some table. Okay, so in this table how many columns are there, that we'll keep it here. Okay, so how many tables we have actually, so all those things we'll keep it. So there is nothing but data related to data, we'll say as a metadata. Okay, so it's nothing but one more name we can say as a catalog. So this entire thing together our database will be there. On top of that softwares will run it, and then this forms a complete database system. Altogether this forms a complete database system. So here your end user you can give some query, or you can add something extra part, or you can use it in this database. Okay, so this is overall your uh, how your database environment will be there. Okay, so now we'll go for typical DBMS functionalities. Okay, so what all functionalities in the database management system we can do it, that is you can define it. So okay, and you can construct, you can manipulate, you can process something. So these all things you can do it, that is nothing but define. So what is you can define it, a particular database in items of its data types, structure and constraint. So how database should be there. Okay, so what is the data type? So in suppose if I am creating one table, in that I can say as a, I should have 4 columns. Okay, so first column should be integer type, second column should be date type, third column maybe some character type. Okay, and any constraint is there or not. Constraint in the sense you are putting some restriction, so that integer value it has to receive only your um, roll number. So valid roll number if you observe maybe 1 to some 100 will be there, above that will not take the roll number. So like that if any constraint is there, that constraint we can keep or not. So those things, so we can define it. So how to do it, so that we can define it. Then construct or load a initial database content on the secondary storage medium. So that is nothing but, so already maybe you may have some data, so previous existing data is there, so that you have to, you can load it. Okay, so if previously suppose if I have in some excel sheet, Okay, so Excel sheet is nothing but this is a previously file system, whatever we told. So in that file system, you had some information. Okay, so that whatever columns you have in Excel sheet, that all columns, just I want to copy paste it in my database. So that is nothing but previously whatever values are there, that I am loading into my database. So that loading facility should be provided. Okay, so that is the thing, but construct or load the initial database. So initially, what all things should be there. After that, on top of that, you may add new rows, or you can delete it, you can manipulate it, all those things you can do it. Okay, then next one is manipulating the database. So here nothing but manipulation will come as a retrieval in the sense whatever it's there, just take the data just for the display purpose, query it. Okay, so what is the first row, third column, what is the value, like that. Okay, so normally we'll say as a first row that third column is nothing but that column, some particular name will be there, we'll give to that column name. So corresponding that column name, what is the value, so we'll extract it. Okay, those all things in SQL we'll see it. Okay, so how we'll extract it. So here this is a retrieval, so how we can retrieve it. Then modification, so can I modify anything? So there's nothing but here modification, again we have three things. That is nothing but uh, I have the table. Okay, so suppose let's say it contains two rows. Okay, three columns it has it. So now I want to insert it. Third row, I want to insert it. Suppose I want to delete one or two rows, the deletion part. And one more thing is update it. Already you have the row, in that one particular cell you want to modify it. Okay, that is a update. So all these three together. So you can insert, that is you can add it, or you can delete it, or you can already existing value you can modify it. So these three together we will say as a modifications. Okay, then third one is accessing the database through the web application. Like here we are saying as a user will be there, he will do his task, that is maybe retrieval, or he may do some other part. Okay, so that is nothing but we are saying as a database, is entire database we have. From that he may write the his own program, or individually manually he can access it. So here we are saying as a, so that is web application he can write, and he can give it to the some end user. So that is nothing but our VTU portal, it's given as a, that is something to the extract the result from their database. Okay, so next one is processing and sharing. So here concurrently many number of users can see that database. Okay, so set of concurrent users and application programs, they can see it and they can share it. So only one table or n number of tables will be there, the table is commonly shared to the all the users. Okay, or you can say the all the users particular whatever they have a restriction on them, they can see it, that part only. So what is the restriction means is, suppose I have as a user as a one admin and normal user. Okay, so now if you consider VTO result itself, so we are the normal users only, just we can see, you can enter the USN and we can see the result of that particular USN, we can't modify it. Okay, but admin what he can do is he can see that content and he can modify it also. So that is a depending on user, you will be having this particular restrictions. Okay, so he can modify that whatever marks you got it for a particular subject, he can modify it. So those all sharing kind of things or processing will be done. Okay, so this kind of functionality will be provided by DBMS. Then other features. Okay, other features is nothing but security wise, unauthorized users should not be accessed. Okay, so you will be getting some login ID and password, depending on that only you can access it. Okay, and presentation and visualization. So here presentation and visualization is nothing but the same data is there, but different users can see only different things. Okay, for example, if you took bank database. Okay, for you can see the only your account details. Okay, you can see your how much money you have in your account, or what is the FD you kept it. Okay, what are the your transaction histories, you can see it. Okay, and if you went to the bank and if you ask the clerk, he can see yours also, and like you n number of users will be there, he can see all the users data. Okay, and if you saw the admin part, okay, there is considered as a manager part, he can change that data also. So depending on persons, different visualization will be there. Okay, but there is a only one set of data is there, that is one table or one database is there, that database only is referred by all the persons. Okay, so it is a part of the data or part of the columns are visible to the different users. Okay. Any doubts till now? Shall I revise any point? Give quick response. Only one student responding. No doubts. Okay. Shall I continue? Okay. So now we'll go ahead with the next part, that is nothing but main characteristics of a database approach. So whenever you are using the database approach, so what are the main characteristics? By default, it should have it. Okay, so and by default nowadays, whatever you are using it database, so it provides some database by sorry provides these kind of characteristics. So that is nothing but self-described nature of the database system. Okay, so what is self-described nature means, so automatically it says how database is defined itself. That is nothing but it's a catalog. Okay, so database catalog, if you saw it, so in that it's already defined as a how that database is defined. That is nothing but how data structures are there, what is the type of the data, what is the constraint on the particular column, okay, or particular row, like that you can define the constraint also. So those things it's declared it. There is nothing but self-described nature of the database itself. Okay, then second one is insulation between programs and data. So if you saw the file system, okay, so that time what was there previously file system, so you had a data, okay, and if you want to write a program, so in a program you should know how each column and each row is there. Okay, for example, suppose I have a one program, that is 1.c. So in that file, okay, so I am writing a open a file. Okay, that is I am opening as a abc.txt file. Okay, so that file I am opening it. So in that what all the contents are there that I want to extract and I want to perform some action. Okay, so in 1.c I'm opening a file that is a abc.txt. So in that I should know, so 1.txt how it is maintained. So maybe it has only one column or two columns or three columns, and first data type is a integer or float. Depending on those things, we have to know all the things in a program. Okay, so that is nothing but whenever you are reading it from the file, so what we will write it, f scanf, that is file scanf, you know. Then double quote will write the percentage yes, maybe if you are reading a string. If you are reading a one integer value, that time percentage d you will write it. If you are reading a float value, percentage f you will write it. So you know the order there. Okay, so you should know all the data information, then we can only write it in a file system. Okay, but here difference is, irrespective of your data, you can write the program. Okay, there is an you should not be knowing as a it's there as a only two columns are there, or you have only five columns and first column is only text, or it may be integer. Okay, so no need to worry about those things. You can write your front end program completely and let the data be as it is. So then just you can combine it. Okay, so that combining part, all those things we'll see it later. Okay, but here this no need to worry in programming part, how data is there. Okay, so directly you can write the program, directly you can write the front end things, just little small changes you can do it. Then it will automatically, it will go up with the existing data, and it will take the values and it will display it. Okay, so that's why it's a insulation between the programs and data. So that's why we'll say as a program data independent is there. Okay, there is no dependency between program and data itself. Okay, in file system that was dependency was there. So however data was there, corresponding to that you should write the program. If any change in data we did it, suppose if I swapped the columns, second column and third column, if I swapped, and second column if it was a integer type, and third column it was a character, if I swapped those things, you should modify the your program also. But here that kind of things are not required, so automatically in program it will take care. Okay, so this is the independence is there. Okay, any doubt in this one? Any doubt in this point? No? third one, data abstraction. So here data abstraction is nothing but you are hiding the data details. So how internally it is kept, okay, and how it's represented to the user. Okay, so conceptually how it is given to the user, that is completely it's different than the how internally it's kept it. Okay, that data abstraction will be provided. And support of multiple views of a data. So say like I took the previous example, that is for a bank. Okay, so one user can see whatever is related to him only. Okay, so different users, maybe admin can see a different view, and the clerk can see the different view, and particular end user he can see the different view. So different users can see same data in a different perspectives. Okay, so same database will be there, same data you have, but different views you have it, so multiple views. Okay, then next one is sharing the data and multiple user transaction processing. Here sharing the data is nothing but same data you have, you are just sharing it, and multiple users at a time they are extracting the same data. So there's nothing but concurrency you are providing it. So what is concurrency? What is concurrency? The same time more number of process you are running it, or you can say simultaneously you are performing it. Okay, so for example, if you took a bank database, at a time thousands of people are extracting the money from their account. Okay, so n number of people are going at a time, different atms they are going it. Okay, and database is kept, server is kept in one place. Okay, so consider as in Hyderabad, SBI's database is there. Okay, so but if you saw in Belgaum only, if you saw n number of SBI bank ATMs are there. So at a time, all users can access that database currently concurrently. Okay, so at the same time you can access it. There is no problem. So that concurrency it has to be provided, and there should not get affected from one user to the one more user's data. Okay, so that separation should be maintained. Okay, those things will be done. So these all things will be provided by the database. Okay, any doubts in this one? No doubts.